Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a
Oh, that works, huh? But this one's not gonna work. Oh. This is gonna work. But is this one gonna work? Guys in the truck. Guys in the truck. There's our problem, guys in the truck. Could we get that fixed? I wish I actually had good guys in the truck that could help me with things like this. They appear to be not around. Hi, Sashina. Hi, Victoria B. Lisa Smith. Good evening. Naybell's here. All my friends. Yay. Sashina got a job. Woohoo. My shirt's see-through. Woohoo. Cellulite Yoga Pants is here. Woohoo. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at that. What a day. What a day. What a day. Seriously, what a day. I apologize for being a little bit late, but we'll get through it together. I do have to work tonight, so we can't be here forever. That's also why we're starting a lot earlier. I have too many tabs open. I literally have no tabs open, but that was, in fact, just my own fault. I did something else with my computer this afternoon, and then I should have reset it. Anyways, regardless. Jugs out July. Ladies, you can get your jugs out too. Men as well, if you'd like. Join us together in jubilation. Seriously, though, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are going to watch some court. Oh, shit. Oh, well, I guess I was going to set up a goal, but it's okay. I think I don't want to. I don't want to open a window because I already fucked up the intro. So whatever goes, goes. Captures. I need a new computer. I need a new computer. I need a new computer so bad. Oh, actually, let's start with this one. This court went to absolute shit yesterday. Oh, no wonder. Okay, it's only going to be like 10 minutes, but anyways, this judge is sort of hot. Courtney's sort of hot too in Publix with no bra on. I love that for you. I'd like my bra to be off right now. I think we're at 2x. Yeah, I can just tell how she's moving.
All right, Mr. Browning, if you could please unmute. We're just waiting for Mr. Lewisell to join. If both parties could please unmute and turn on their video feeds, if possible.
This is just a little clusterfuck beforehand, before
Hello.
we get... Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
All right, we're here in 25S000100. We have the plaintiff, David Lewisell, present, and we have defendant Ricardo Browning present as well. However, is it Richard or Ricardo?
It's Richard.
That's weird. In our system, there's an O added to the end of it. So Richard Browning. So I see that both parties are present. However, Mr. Lewisell, you did not file documentation for proof of service that you served Mr. Browning.
I was served 8:45 last night, Your Honor.
Yeah, it wasn't until yesterday. I haven't been able to find him, Your Honor. It's every time it's been, and it wasn't him that hit me either. It was somebody else driving
I'm
his
sorry,
car.
I'm just here to talk about procedural stuff.
Okay, all right.
So Mr. Browning is here. He said he was served, so I don't quite understand your statement that you're unable to find him if he is here. You do need to file proof of service with the court. That is a document that you need to download off the court and you need to file with us. So that's what we need to proceed. And also, sir, if Mr. Browning is not the correct individual that you could obtain money from, it would be upsetting if we went through this whole process only for me to have to dismiss it when we get to trial because he's not the right individual that you should be suing for money.
I don't know the man's name. He was in, the guy that hit me said that he was a off-duty police officer, and that he was studying to be a cop, and I didn't call the police when I got hit. I went home.
So
It
you
was
don't
just
know
a
who
bit
actually
of a
hit you,
nightmare.
sir? So how did you come up
I
with
don't know the
Mr.
man's
Browning?
name. I don't know the man's name.
Mr.
It was,
Browning, do
it
you
was in
know who
Mr.
Mr.
Browning's
Lewis
truck.
Sell is?
Your Honor, I sued Mr. Lozelle 2 months ago because I paid for a vehicle and it didn't receive it. The judge gave me a ruling on it. He asked
I've been,
it to go through court again, and he didn't show. And now I'm hearing this. I've never heard of any wreck, or I don't know anything about what he's talking about. This is the first I've heard about it. Since he got a judgment against him for not paying me, giving me the vehicle, I haven't heard anything until
Right.
now. I'm just
Okay.
got this last night.
Mr.
I have
Lewis
4
Sell,
days.
is Mr. Browning the individual who hit your car?
I, no, he's not the individual that hit me. He was in his vehicle that hit me.
No.
Yeah, that's just what I've been told. I don't even
So
know
you
why
don't
I was
actually know,
taken to court.
because if we go forward with the trial and it turns out that Mr. Browning has nothing to do with this, that would be an extreme waste of judicial resources.
It was not him driving. It was somebody else driving the car.
Mr. Browning, do you know who was driving the car that hit Mr. Lewis L?
I don't have a car. I have trucks.
That's not my
It was
question.
a white truck that hit me.
You just said a car.
Okay,
It was-
well, regardless, Mr. Browning, I am asking you right now, are you aware of Mr. Lewis L, an individual that hit him in a truck or a car?
Absolutely not, Your Honor. No, not at all.
He
It's the
took me
first
to
I've heard
court
of it.
for the accident, Your Honor.
This is the first I've heard of it.
He took me to court for the accident that happened. That's what, and I had missed the court because I couldn't get my phone to go on the Zoom. I wrote a letter to the judge, but they sent it to my address to where my house burned down. I wasn't living there.
Okay,
Um,
well,
Your Honor,
regard,
the case that I filed against him was not for a wreck. It was because I paid for a vehicle that he never gave me.
no,
And that's why
not
I sued
true.
him for it. If you look at the court documents, I paid for a vehicle. He never paid me for it. And that's what I got
No,
the
he
judgment for.
didn't.
It had nothing to do with
He
no
never
wreck.
bought a
hey guys,
vehicle from
thank
me.
you. 1 second, please. 1 second.
I
Okay.
don't know anything about buying a vehicle from me.
Okay,
I got
all right,
hit.
thank you. Do you have your case number, Mr. Browning? The old one?
No,
I missed the court date.
no, I don't, Your Honor. That was a few months ago. When I got the judgment, I don't have that
What is
information
he
in front of me
talking
now.
about? I can't believe this.
It's the last judgment. The last time I went to court on this was I filed for the suit. He didn't show. Then he asked the judge to give him another option. He didn't.
I can't believe this. NPC $5. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. What is going on in this case? I'm telling you, it's an absolute shit show. Jonathan, you said it earlier. Was this a shit show? Absolutely. 100%.
show up for that. The judge said it was finalized.
I didn't know anything about the other
If
option. I
both
had
parties
no
could just
idea.
stop talking for a second, I'm just trying
Yes,
to
ma'am.
figure
I
out.
apologize.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because I will not preside over a case where Mr. Louisel is filing a claim and saying that he is not even aware if this is the right individual to be suing, and then the defendant, Mr. Browning, telling me I'm not the right person to be suing. That just seems like such a waste of judicial resources.
I understand.
Mr. Clerk, were you able to find the other matter? Yeah. Yes, please. 24S
Mr.
212.
Clerk, Mr. Clerk, do your
Okay.
I
work.
don't know what he's talking. He didn't buy a truck.
All right, let me pull this up.
Why did you say I bought his car?
He's lying to me.
Okay, I
He's
can hear
lying.
everything if everyone could just please
Oh,
mute
oh,
if
I'm
they want to
sorry. I'm
talk about
sorry.
stuff behind
I'm sorry.
for a Ford Ranger pickup. Okay.
It's a Ford fucking
I just think the other
Ranger.
matter is completely distinct from this one. Mr. Lewisell, is Mr. Browning the right person to be suing? Because if he is not the individual who was driving or who hit you, why are we going to trial on this?
He took me to court for it because I kept asking him the guy's name that was driving his truck, and that's when he sent me to court for the accident. And he wouldn't give me the guy's name that was driving it. The guy, it was Mr. Browning's truck that rear-ended me, but it was a young man that was driving it. But he said he was a off-duty police officer or
Okay, I
something.
heard that, sir. I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
it was
that.
just-
So you will be able to prove that it was Mr. Browning's truck that hit you.
Yeah, that's who sued me. Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm talking about, Mr. Lewisell.
Yeah.
If we go to trial on this, you will be able to prove that it was Mr. Browning's truck that hit you.
I don't, yeah, because he's the one that took me to court. Yeah. He took me to court for the accident.
No, he didn't. He took you to court to get for a truck.
I don't know nothing about that. That's something I've never heard of. I don't know anything about buying a truck. And that's somebody lying. Nobody bought a truck from me.
Deal was for merch digs and track for a Ford Ranger pickup. I can't really read your writing, Mr. Browning.
I've
Deal
never
with
owned a Ford Ranger.
merchandise in truck for a Ford Ranger pickup. Is that what it says?
It says he was given merchandise in trade for a truck.
Okay.
No.
He got to receive all the merchandise, truckloads of it, and then when it came
What are
time
you
to get the
talking-
truck, he had an
I
excuse
bought
why I
all
couldn't
that
pick it
stuff
up.
from you.
I never
Are
received
you
the truck.
serious?
That's when I filed the court case.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
You're lying out your ass, mister.
Okay, please don't talk like that.
I
This is a courtroom.
apologize. I apologize.
All right. I
He's
cannot set this
lying.
for trial yet, Mr.
This is
Lewisell, because
ridiculous.
you did not submit an affidavit of service. We will set this over for 2 weeks until the 30th, July 30th. In that time, sir, you must file an affidavit of service or else this case will be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have until July 30th. Mr. Browning, Mr. Lewisell, we will be present at 11:30 in this courtroom, July 30th. On that date, Mr. Lewisell, I must have an affidavit or a proof of service filed with the court so that we may proceed, okay?
And can I come in person, like in the courtroom?
There is no personal courtroom. This is via Zoom right now,
Oh.
sir.
Okay. All right then.
Okay,
Um,
please file that documentation. I will see everyone back on the 30th
Okay.
at
Let me write
11:30
that down
a.m.
one more time. Can you give me the name of what I have to file for?
Proof of service or affidavit of service.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you, Your Honor.
all right, see you on the 30th, both parties.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
ADHD, Brooklyn.
All right, if we could just call
Smoke
in, then thank
weed
you for
every
finding
day.
that case. Let's
Or
call in
am I what happens when you smoke
Alvarez.
weed every day? That's true. Honestly, it's just me shaking my leg because I have ADHD.
Is it Chesto? Justo?
No. It's Paisley. My name's Paisley.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, so JDM Engine Pro, is your last name Justo or Justo?
Well, you're
Right.
pronouncing it in Spanish and English. They're both right.
Okay, how would you like it pronounced, sir?
However you say it first, that's fine.
All right, I'm just gonna call you Justo.
That's
All
fine.
right, we're here in 25S000101. We have the plaintiff Jorge Alvarez present. We have the defendant JDM Engine Pro represented by Brian Justo present here as well. So we will go ahead and proceed to both parties. Today is a
Don't worry, we're just watching this little shit show, CYP. We got 5 kids in a child support case coming right up. Don't y'all worry. But that first case I thought was funny when the guy said he's lying out of his ass. And then this one where the guy was being a total douche nozzle to the judge. And then we'll watch the child support case. I promise.
purely procedural day. I'm going to make sure that all the correct documentation is filed, and then if need be, we'll go ahead and set a trial date. So first, I
Okay.
need to ensure that Mr. Alvarez has filed a correct proof of service. So I have a certificate of service filed in front of me. It was service by mail.
Yeah, that's correct. I received it by mail, I believe, like, I want to say last week, I believe, on Thursday.
Okay, so everything is signed off. I do find it sufficient. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the small claim filed by Mr. Alvarez. So, Mr. Justo, are
Okay.
you aware that $4,438.05 is being requested against JDM Engine Pro and reimbursement?
Yes, but I just have one quick question on that.
Okay, I cannot answer any legal questions, but if it's a procedural question, I can help you.
Well, yeah, we state on our website that we're not going to be liable for any labor warranty, and that our
Okay,
parts
well,
are
then
not
you
going to
can,
support
if we
this
set a
issue.
trial date, you can provide that as an
Uh-huh.
exhibit for trial, sir. I'm not here to discuss any matters of the case at this time.
That's fine.
So
Okay. Sorry
if
about that.
do you agree to that amount to reimburse Mr. Alvarez, or would you like to go forward with a trial date, sir?
I agree.
No, I don't want to reimburse him, and I haven't got any detailed. He just gave me the amount he's charging. He
That's
didn't
not,
tell me
okay,
any
so
details
sir,
or
you
anything.
have two options. One is, yes, I agree to a judgment. I will pay Mr. Alvarez back $4,438.05, or no, I do not agree to that value. Let's set a trial date. Which option would you like to choose?
No, that's what I said at the very beginning. No.
Let me repeat this one more time. Your options are, yes, I will pay $4,438.05 back to Mr. Alvarez right now in a judgment, or please set a trial so we can contest this amount. Which option would you like, sir?
Please set a trial.
Okay, thank you. So my nearest trial is September 24th at 3 p.m. Does that work for both parties?
Do we have anything later than that?
Why do you need something later than that?
You're asking if it works, and I'm saying no. So I'm asking if there's another date. But if the 24th, it has to be that day. We could do it that day. That's not a problem.
Well, no, usually
So
a
you recommend
response
that?
would be, no, it doesn't work for me. I have something that day, not, can
Well,
we
this
do
is my
something
first
later?
time in
So I don't
court.
understand
Okay.
if you're. Okay, because this is a judicial proceeding. This is not a joke. So we're trying to set this and
I understand
go
that.
forward accordingly. So if I don't understand what you're saying, that's why I'm clarifying. December 1st, or sorry, October
Oh.
1st at 1 p.m.
Okay. That works.
Mr. Alvarez, does that work for you, October 1st at 1 p.m.?
It does for me.
Okay, so I will go ahead and set this for trial on October 1st at 1 p.m. 25S000101. That means you are set for trial at 1 p.m. in courtroom 6. Right now you're in virtual courtroom 8. Please be aware you will be in courtroom 6. It is still virtual, but it is in a different courtroom, courtroom 6.
Okay.
Because trial is set for October 1st, that means all parties must submit all and any evidence that they wish to use at trial by September 19th. That is a Friday. You must submit 2 copies of every exhibit. That's because I will retain one copy to look at during trial, and then the other party, the opposing party, will get a copy of an exhibit too, so they know what they need to form a rebuttal for. So please, all exhibits must be dropped off latest by September 19th. They can be dropped off before then. They'll be dropped off at the clerk's window at the district court, Cowles County District Courthouse, clerk's window. By the 19th at the latest. I will not accept anything after the 19th. You have more than enough time before September 19th to get me 2 exhibits of everything, please. That means starting September 22nd up until trial on October 1st, you can come to the clerk's window and ask if any exhibits have been dropped off for you, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions at all? Both parties,
I do.
okay?
I might say, can I get the mine address?
For what? For the courthouse?
Yeah.
Okay, the Cowles County Courthouse can be looked up online. I can provide it to you though.
Yes, please.
Our mailing address is 31.
Is not really needed, but I will go ahead, sort that out.
Yeah.
That being said, you can mail us your exhibits, but we will not mail any exhibits to you. We do not pay for postage to mail out stuff. So unless you have someone
Okay.
that is up here, maybe you can ask them to pick them up for you and mail them to you. That would be the only way you'd be able to obtain these exhibits.
I don't. But I guess I'll look into that.
Okay. Mr. Alvarez, do you have any questions, sir?
No, I do not at this time.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will see both of you for trial on October 1st at 1 p.m. in courtroom 6, virtual courtroom 6.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Courtroom sex. Oh,
All right,
6,
then let's
she
see.
means. That's it for her. That's all for her. Let's get to our titled programming for the evening. Is it Covey Clown? Who's here? Yeah, Covey Clown. And it was the red-headed girl. Where was she? No, it was today. Come on now. Here we go. Here we go now. Paisley. Once again, guys in the truck. Could you?
Do each of you
Would
solemnly
you?
swear
Oh,
or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Miss Freeney
Yes.
and Mr. Freeney,
Yes, ma'am.
you may both lower your hands. And Mr. Talley, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. First, need to call both parties for service on the record, if I may.
You may.
I'll call the mother. Ma'am, would you please state your full name?
Santana Marie Freeney.
Did you receive a copy of the state's petition in this matter via email?
Yes.
Are you agreeing to waive formal service and citation of that petition and enter your appearance in the case today?
Yes, sir.
Judge, please let the record reflect that Ms. Freeney has waived service and entered her appearance.
The record will so reflect.
Thank you, Judge, and I'll call the father. So would you please state your full name?
Timothy Jerome Freeney II.
Did you receive a copy of the state's petition in this matter via email?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, you cut out. If you could say your response again.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Are you
Can you hear me
agreeing
now?
to waive formal service and citation of that petition and enter your appearance in the case today?
Yes, sir.
Judge, please let the record reflect
Yes.
that Mr. Freeney has waived service and entered his appearance.
The record will so reflect.
Thank you, Judge. We are here in a suit affecting the parent-child relationship. There are 5 children subject to the suit. The 2 oldest, Mr. Freeney signed an acknowledgement of paternity for, and the youngest 3 were born during the marriage of the parties. Mr. Freeney is requesting a DNA test for all 5 children, which the state would object to, given the circumstances I just described. So if I could call him to take testimony on that issue.
You may.
I'll recall Mr. Preeny. Sir, you are requesting a DNA test for all 5 of your children with Miss Preeny, correct?
Yes, sir.
What is the reason that you're making that request?
Because I know when we first got together, before we had our first one, that she had sex with another individual before me, and
So
it was like around the same time. Huh?
do you only have concerns about your paternity of your oldest child or all 5?
No, all of them. And then I found out through text message that she was texting her sister that she have exes that comes up to Colorado all the time. So I just want to make sure that they all mine.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
And I got
Mr.
text messages
Freeney,
of her. Yes, ma'am.
did you have those same concerns when you signed that AOP?
No, ma'am, because I just found out that information last year. And I got videos of her calling me, she, and having sex with married men. So I just want to make sure all the mine.
Mr. Tally, you have anyone else you want to call?
I'll just call the mother briefly, Judge.
Yes.
Ma'am, do you have any objection to the court ordering the DNA test? Miss-
I don't. No.
Okay, do you have any question as to the paternity of any of the children?
I don't. I know they're all his, and I just don't understand if he wants to end his parental rights. Why does he even want a DNA test? I don't.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, then I will order the DNA testing. What,
Thank you,
hold
ma'am.
on, before I say that, how old are the children?
They're ranged from 13 to 2 years old.
12 to 2.
Nope, not on the 12-year-old. If that's not your child, you adopted them. So, and that's the one you had a concern with, so I don't see the need for doing DNA testing.
Can I pay for it myself then?
You can do DNA testing whenever you want to, sir. So if you
I
want
mean,
to
she's
reset
not
to
gonna
hire
let
an
me fit
attorney,
in.
okay, sir. If you want to reset to hire an attorney, if you want to reset to do private DNA testing, that's fine. That doesn't mean the court is going to consider them.
Okay. I mean, that is like,
I
you know,
can't hear
she's
you, sir. You
doing
break.
whatever she's.
Mr. Freeney,
Can you
try
hear me?
turning your camera off and see if you get a better connection, okay?
Okay, let me. They said I can't turn my camera off because I'm a host.
Well, it's off now, Mr. Freeney, and I can hear you better. Now, what were you saying?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I was saying like just because they've been mine for over these past 12 years, I mean, I still should have the right to get a DNA test.
Sir, when you sign an AOP, you do not have a right to a DNA test at all.
What's an AOP?
An acknowledgement of paternity, which is
I
what
mean,
you
I did.
signed at the birth of the first 2 kids. So
Yeah,
you
and
don't
then the
have a
last
right to a
time
DNA test.
I had a DNA test with my son who I signed an AOP with as well.
Okay. That's fine. You had it before you signed the AOP, or you had it at some other time, or some court just allowed you to have it. That's fine. Because this child is 13 years old, I am not doing DNA. Now, are you requesting a reset for answer time or to consult with an attorney?
What about the youngest ones? I can't get a DNA for those neither.
If you still want a DNA for the youngest 3, sure.
Yes.
Judge, the children are 13, 12, 8, 5, and 1.
And she's withholding them from me as well, so I wouldn't even be able to get a DNA test.
Mr. Freeney, if I order a DNA test, I'm going to order her to testing also.
Okay.
Mr. Talley, I'm kind of stuck here because the oldest 2 children have AOPs. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
And dad is really not entitled to a DNA test. And the 3 younger children were born during the marriage.
Correct.
So, Mr. Freeney, I'm just gonna deny your request for DNA testing, and if you don't like my decision, you can appeal it, okay?
Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay,
And I'm
that's
attending
fine,
all
sir.
my evidence.
That's fine, sir. So, Mr. Talley, what I'm gonna do is reset this for answer time and give him time to consult with an attorney. Okay? So what day are we coming back?
Well, let's give them a little longer than normal. Let's do 90
Yes, sir.
days, which would be October 9th.
October 9th? Thank you.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Freeney, I'm going to reset your case to October 9th.
Yes, ma'am.
During this period of time, you can consult with an attorney. You can try to schedule DNA testing privately. You can appeal my decision to not grant you the DNA testing. You can, this is out of what court? The 256th District Court. You can appeal my decision to Judge Sandre Street. You have 3 days to appeal. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Ms.
Thank
Freeney, do
you.
you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Then thank you both for appearing here today, and you're both free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Does anyone think he will actually be able to appeal in time?
Judge, if I may do one room assignment.
You
and
may.
Then thank you. And then after that, I believe Ms. Sweet is ready to approach on something.
As Courtney would say,
Chanel Washington, I'm
next
sending you an
case.
invite to room 3 to speak with Mr. Talley. Please join the breakout room.
As Courtney would say, next
Actually, I need to
case.
do one more.
That's fine, Mr. Burton.
Next case, next case, next case, next case.
Elsa, have you been assigned a room yet?
Elsa's here?
No.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm gonna assign you room 4, and we'll start out with the CP on number 7, Luz Alonso, in your breakout room. If you'll interpret instructions in Spanish, and let Mr. Bando Rodriguez know that after you speak with Ms. Alonso, we'll make an announcement and send him an invite, okay?
Ok. Señora Luz Alonso, si por favor puede cliquear y aceptar la invitación para que ingrese al cuarto. Señor Banda Rodríguez, usted va a permanecer en la corte y luego le mandamos una invitación. Thank you, Mr. Birdie.
Thank you.
Paisley of the past, I remember. Paisley of the past was like, what
Okay,
the fuck? No.
We're hearing calls number DF 2416970, Bayless and Lopez. Parties in the Bayless matter, please unmute yourselves, turn your cameras on, and raise your right hands.
1 second.
Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm
Oh yeah, I was gonna go with this because she's wearing a negligee as far as I can see in the court. She's dressed like a bit of a whore. And that's okay. Sorry. I'll stop singing, but seriously. I'm pretty sure. Can you not find anything to wear but that, ma'am?
that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then you may proceed, Ms. Sweet.
Thank you, Honor. We are here in the state's original petition and suit affecting the parent-child relationship. It appears that conservatorship is at issue. And so the state is recommending that this case be referred to the district court. But I can take testimony on that issue.
You may.
I'd first like to call Ms. Bayless. Ma'am, what is your full name?
Shayna Maxine Bayless Lopez.
And you have one child with Mr. Lopez, correct?
Yes.
And your child began residing with him last year?
Yes.
But that was against your wishes, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so you are disputing that Mr. Lopez be the primary parent of your child?
Yes.
And you previously thought that you'd hired an attorney a while ago. Is that correct?
Yes, I hired him. He was supposed to put the papers in back in May, I believe, when I got the request in the mail.
Okay. So no appearance has been entered to date. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And I was also unable to contact your attorney. Were you able to get in touch with him?
Not yet. I'm waiting for a phone call from this paralegal.
All right. So you're also requesting, if the court denies the referring this case to the district court at this point, would you be requesting that this case be reset?
Yes.
Okay. So because you are contesting primary, you are requesting that this case also be referred to the district court. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I pass the witness. I'd like to call Mr. Lopez.
Yeah, you may.
Sir, what is your full name?
Michael Jesse Lopez.
And your child, your daughter with Ms. Bayless currently resides with you. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And this happened back around May of last year?
Yes, ma'am.
Before that, your child had lived with Ms. Bayless in separation.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you understand the request that this case be referred to the district court?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you agree or disagree with that?
I disagree.
Okay, and can you tell the court why?
Back when I first took full custody over my daughter, she was coming over with all kinds of issues, where she was having yeast infections, was constantly coming over with lice, and I just felt like for my daughter's best interest that she stayed with me.
I'm going to object to non-responsive, Your Honor. Seem to be getting a little off track.
Okay, what was your question to him? Wasn't it
Why are you not want this case referred to a district court?
Okay. Because, sir, it's not about why your daughter came to live with you. It's about why you don't think I should refer it to district court.
I mean, honestly, referring it to district court, I'd have to pay out of pocket for it. I don't have the money for that.
Pay out of pocket for what, sir?
So I was told that we'd have to pay about $200 to be seen in person.
Pay
Your
to
Honor,
be
if I may.
seen? That okay, yes.
Sorry,
Okay.
Your Honor. So I was explaining that it's a possibility that there could be a child custody evaluation, which may cost a couple hundred per person. Just wanted them to be aware be aware that that may be something that occurs in the district court.
You don't have to have a child custody evaluation, but there might be a child custody evaluation. And if I'm correct, tell me if I'm wrong, Miss Sweet, they do it based on income?
Correct, Your Honor.
Yeah, they charge you based on your income. And I do believe they give you a payment plan, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So, Ms. Sweet, this seems to be a true custody matter to me. So I will refer this to the 303rd District Court. That is Judge Laditra Atkins. All other hearings will be in that court or in her associate judge's court. Ms. Sweet, are you going to get a court date for them?
Yes, Your Honor. I did want to wait just a few weeks for Ms. Bayless to sort out the attorney issue, and then I will be getting a setting no more than 2 weeks from today.
So the Attorney General's office will notify you guys of a court date, okay?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Do either of you have any questions?
Does the way that we get her change? I need to hear it from you so it doesn't get changed.
What do you mean that the way that you get her changed? I don't
Because
understand what you're talking about.
I get her every other weekend, and I don't want him to change that and take her from me seeing her.
Okay, so you get her every other weekend.
Late, but it's YouTube Daddy's fault, and we'll blame him all day long. Hi, Erica. Thanks for being here. 16 months of support. Amazing, amazing. Hi, Brutal Bob. Also, I'm feeling overdressed. Usually, I'm the one that makes everyone look overdressed, but Shayna is showing me up here. Terrible. Terrible.
I haven't ordered anything. So you get her by agreement, ma'am.
Okay.
I don't know why it would change if that's what you guys have been doing. I don't know why it would change, but that's by an agreement. I haven't ordered anything as far as visitation is concerned. Okay. Do you have any other questions, ma'am?
It'll be a morning show tomorrow.
No.
Okay.
She's
Do you
crying.
have any questions, Mr. Lopez?
No, ma'am.
All right, then, Mr. Lopez, I don't know why it would change if that's been working for you guys. I mean, if that's working for your daughter, I don't know why her visitation schedule would change, but again, I haven't ordered anything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you both for appearing here today, and you're both free to go.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Paisley of the past then began recording something else, something funny. I think it was. Oh yeah, this girl. Might have been this one. Next. Hi, Christopher Angleby, whose birthday is on the 12th of July. And you're such a great guy, and we love you. Damn, I am again feeling underdressed for court. What is going on? What is going on? Also, day 9 of no sugar added drinks, just water July, we're calling it. And it's still happening. It's still happening. But I miss Coca-Cola.
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that if you're able to find insurance cheaper and comparable, that
Oh, never mind. That was the second half. I gotta go back. We got to go back in time. That wouldn't be fair.
You can, Mr. Cates.
sir, can you stay?
Oh yeah, this guy. He was such a douche. Okay, we'll watch this one. We'll watch these, okay? We'll watch this one.
Thank you. All right, I know that they're both present. Go ahead, proceed.
Your Honor, this is a suit affecting the parent-child relationships. We almost have a full agreement. I'll read the agreed portions into the record. Parties are in agreement that mother will be named sole managing conservatorship. Sole managing conservator, with the father being the possessory conservator. Parties, after some discussion, have agreed to a supervised visitation schedule that graduates to more visitation over time. The first phase would be Saturdays 12 to 8 and Sundays 9 to 5, the first, third, and fifth weekends of the month for a year until the child is 2 years old. The second phase would be an overnight visit from Sunday 12 p.m. to from Saturday 12 p.m. to Sunday 5 p.m. the first, third, and fifth weekends of the month until the child is 3 years old. And then the final phase would be the standard possession order. The exchange location would be at the paternal grandmother's residence, 2142 Sunstone Drive, Carrollton, Texas. The supervised phased-in portions would be supervised by the paternal grandmother, Miss Claudette Cates, or the paternal aunt, Miss Kelly Cates. The parties have come to this agreement. Parties are in agreement to child support and medical support. Child support to be set at 239 guidelines. Medical support to be set at $150. Court cost as billed to the father. Right now, the child is covered through the mother's health insurance, and so that's where the medical support would go. The contested issues are non-disclosure, geographic restriction, retro, and a finding of family violence. I will now call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Andrea Polly.
And ma'am, what's the name of the child in this case?
Zion Cates.
And he lives with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, we have a partial agreement, is that correct?
Yes.
And we have some issues that the judge, we need his help on, is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm talking about the agreements that I just read. Did you hear those?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Are those still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna get into the contested issues, okay?
Okay.
Regarding the geographic restriction, is it your wish that you don't want any restriction on your child's address?
Correct.
Okay, and you live in Dallas County, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
To your knowledge, and I'll ask him in a little bit, does the father live in Dallas County?
No.
Okay, what county to your knowledge does he live in?
Potter County.
Where's that?
Amarillo, Texas.
Okay. Ma'am, would you be in agreement to a geographic restriction to Dallas and Amarillo counties?
No.
Okay. Do you have plans in another city?
No, I don't.
Okay. Ma'am, are you asking for retroactive support?
I am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we calculated for 12 months, the state did, at $1,788 to be repaid at $40. Are you okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
How old's the child?
He just turned 1 yesterday.
Okay, so that's why it's just for 12 months.
Right.
And that, has he given you any support in the last 12 months?
No, ma'am.
Okay, did you have him blocked or anything?
So whenever I was with my maternity leave, I was in Amarillo with my parents, and he lives here. So
Ma'am,
kind of,
if you
so,
can just
so
answer my question, please.
he is blocked. Yes.
Okay, so just to clarify, how long has he been blocked for?
Around his birthday last year, August,
Okay,
middle of August.
okay. And then we may get into the reasons in a little bit,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
How was he supposed to get you financial support if he was blocked?
His family.
Okay. Ma'am, was there a protective order in the past
Yes, there were 2.
against the father?
Yep. 2019, 2021, I believe.
Okay. Have those protective orders since expired?
Yes. Expired 2023.
Okay. And when was the last time that you physically saw the father?
It was around August last year, 2017, right before I blocked.
So what was the year that you saw him?
2024, sorry.
Okay.
In August.
Okay, so since the expiration of the protective order, specifically the last 2 years, have there been any family violence incidents?
No.
Okay. Ma'am, do you want your address to remain private?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the reason?
I just don't want him showing up at my house.
Okay. Has he done that before?
No.
Okay. And are you willing to use the app Close to communicate with the father?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, this is your opportunity to tell the judge anything that you think he should know that I haven't asked you. So is there anything else you would like to add?
Is this where I could go into the reasons?
Yes.
So just that the reason why he was blocked is because whenever I was here for maternity leave after I had our baby, we made efforts to try to get him to see our baby. And whenever we would have like a time and place set, and it would be like at his family's, and it would come to like an hour or two before we're supposed to meet. And like he either goes ghost, like where I don't hear from him till late at night, or he'll just drop a bomb on me like he can't see our baby. And so after me trying to do that a few times being here during my maternity leave, trying to make it easy for him, that's the reason why I came back to Amarillo to be with my parents and so he could try to have access to our son since he lives here. He didn't even take the opportunity to even see his baby ever since he's seen him in the hospital. And there was an instance at his family's that whenever we were there visiting his side of the family, he didn't even acknowledge, he came in surprisingly and didn't even acknowledge his son. And so that's what really made me upset that you can't even acknowledge your own son. We're here at your family's. You don't have to talk to me, that's fine. But he didn't even come up and look at our baby or nothing. And that was his first time seeing him since the hospital.
Thank you for that information. I will now call the father. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
Richard Cates.
And Mr. Cates, we can get into the contested issues and you'll have an opportunity, just like the mother, to respond to whatever it is you want to respond to. But first, let's talk about the strides that we made. We reached some agreements, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And those agreements that I announced to the judge, are those portions still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's switch gears and move on to the contested issues. Sir, did you hear the mother's request for retroactive support?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you in agreement that retroactive support should be ordered?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and tell Judge Aguilar why retroactive should not be ordered.
Because during the time with him being born and now I haven't been able to reach the mother and it's like just no communication. This is what the communication has come to between the courts. And I agree to pay every month, but I don't agree to pay the back pay.
Okay. Sir, is it true that you live in Amarillo, Texas?
No, ma'am. I'm back and forth because I have 2 other kids here.
Okay, so do you work, what city do you work in?
I work here when I come. I cut trees or I clean
Where's here,
buildings.
sir? Where's
Oh,
here?
here in Amarillo.
Okay, so you, right now, and you're logged in from Amarillo, Texas, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just double checking. And did you hear the mother's request for no geographic restriction on the child's address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's your opinion on that?
Oh, that's fine. I'm not gonna argue with it. I mean, if she don't want me to have her address, that's fine.
Sir, I'm actually asking about something different. Do you want
Okay.
do you want the child to remain in Dallas County?
Oh no, man. Yes, ma'am. I do. I don't want her to be able to just up and leave with him.
Okay. And sir, we'll talk about the non-disclosure now. So you're okay with not having her address, is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
But are you requesting to have her phone number?
Not. I mean, not necessarily. I just if I want it to go both ways. If mine could be the same way.
Okay, so whatever the judge orders for her, you want it to be the same for you regarding non-disclosure. Is that what your testimony is?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, are you willing to communicate through app close?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and what's the reason?
I just don't want to do that. I can communicate with my sister or my mom. Like had already planned with the visitation part.
And you understand that app close would be a app on the phone that you would communicate with the mother on, not your other family members. Do you
Yes,
understand
ma'am.
that?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
But you still don't want to use it, is that correct?
No, ma'am. I don't want to
Okay,
use.
understood. All right, let's talk about family violence. There was a protective order in the past, is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but it's expired, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you on probation for any conviction regarding family violence or anything like that?
I was. I'm not anymore.
Okay, when did you complete your probation?
5 months ago.
Okay. Have you had any incidents of family violence with a mother since?
Oh no, I never had an incident with family violence with her. It was just a protective order.
Okay, was it a criminal protective order or a civil protective order?
Civil.
Thank you. Sir, this is your opportunity. If there's anything else that the judge should know, is there anything you would like to add?
Um, no, ma'am. Just besides the fact that I did reach out to her and we did set up times to meet in Amarillo when she was on her maternity leave. But it's like her parents don't like me, so I couldn't go over there and see my child. She wanted to come, to it was always my family house, and I just felt some type of way about that. And also the reason because I was blocked is because I went on a trip with my little girl, and after I got back from the trip is when I was blocked. We went on just a little vacation trip, and that's what made her block me. Not my opinion.
Thank you. I pass this witness.
All right, the parts you agreed to at the beginning, those are all fine with me, and they'll be part of the court order. If y'all don't both live in the Dallas area, there's no need for a geographic restriction. Miss Polly can move just like you can, Mr. Cates. You're moving freely between here and Amarillo or anywhere you want to go, and so she should have that same right to move. If y'all both permanently lived here in Dallas, then that would be a different story. But if you're moving here and there often, then she should have the same right. So I'm not doing the geographic restriction at all. If there's been family violence before and we've gotten to as far as getting protective orders, that it's pretty serious. They don't just give out protective orders for no reason. So even though they're old, I'm making a finding there's been family violence in your case. And that makes sense. That tracks very well as far as why we have some of the issues that y'all have today, that y'all don't communicate well with each other, that y'all cannot figure out how to make this work. And I understand that. That makes sense. Um, so I'm granting Miss Polly's request for non-disclosure of her address. She does not have to let you know, Mr. Cates, where she lives. She does need, of course, participate with the visitation if you're going to do that. So she does need to meet at the exchange location. The protective order was against you, Mr. Cates, not against Miss Polly. So I can't grant you a non-disclosure for you. You're not she is not a danger to you, you're a danger to her. So that's why she's getting a non-disclosure request granted. Y'all need to keep other people out of your business, although I know we need some help since we've had family violence. So those visitations with the help, that sounds great. That makes sense. But y'all too need to communicate as parents, not through other people. You cannot involve other people in your business. And sometimes things get lost in translation or the way things are said. So you need to be able to talk to each other directly. Obviously, y'all have had family violence issues, so that tells me y'all cannot communicate very well together. But y'all have to be able to communicate directly, not indirectly through other people. So I'm adding that you all are ordered to communicate through the App Close app, the free app where you can talk to each other or text each other through there. And then if you need to, if there's any language that's needs to be used against someone in court, it can be printed out and brought before a court. So make sure you behave on there. It needs to be just language about the child only and that kind of thing and be civil. Um, if there's been family violence, obviously that's the reason why you were blocked. Makes sense to me. I would probably do the same thing if somebody was threatening violence and or been violent with me. Um, So it's not like it's just that she disappeared. She disappeared because of family violence. I can't punish her because you committed family violence on her and say that you shouldn't owe any back child support. Our number's not very big, so that's good. I'm glad we're not entering a large judgment, but you owe support from when the child was born, not from today. So retroactive support judgment granted in the amount of $1,788 payable at $40 a month until paid in full. All right, the Attorney General's office will draft an order with all that in there and email you all a copy of the order. Make sure you all read it. If you have any questions, you should first read the order. That'll probably answer your question. Make sure the Attorney General's office knows where you're employed so they can take this money out of your check and so that your payments are consistent so that your child can have some money, some assistance from their father. Anytime you get a raise, we need to probably increase it. 239 is not very much, but that's what it is based on your income as of today. All right, y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Actually, that's us done with court too. I've just figured out what that sound is. Oh. I have to take this. Hold on, please.
All right. Medical support should be set in this case. I'll read the agreements into the record. Parties are in agreement that guideline child support should be set at $654 starting August 1st. Medical support should be set at $211. Parties are both requesting a non-disclosure and are requesting an exchange location at the Chick-fil-A on 1400 East Renner Road in Richardson, Texas. 7.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm sorry, guys. NPC called it. I got to go, but guess what? I negotiated a little bit there, which means we're gonna have a Saturday night together this week. So exciting. And we have ourselves, I have to write that down before I forget. Congratulations again to Sashina getting that job. So happy about that. We'll be back tomorrow. It'll be a morning show, aka like 9:30, 10 Pacific. And then Saturday we'll do a night show. Sunday we'll also do a night show. So that's exciting. I'll see you guys every day this week. Thank you so much for being here. Do me a favor, remember that I love you and I'm proud of you. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.
Ways down and ready to ride.